You know, she hit on an important point. As you know, some of the old guard is trying to hang on by tooth and nail, whatever they can do. You know, look, I didn't go to the convention. I was there 4 years ago. Some of you that were there may remember, because of the way that convention was run, I was standing up and introducing one of the congressional candidates, and they decided to shut our mic off. We weren't going to let that happen. So I said to the convention chair, I weigh 290 pounds, it'll take a damn crane to get me off the stage. So we stood there. And we stood there. And then finally, I've got kind of a loud voice, not like Pete. And I kind of went like this, and everybody got quiet, and I said, this guy's got his political life on the line, let him speak. And the convention spoke, and they turned his mic on, and he got to finish his speech. I didn't go because I didn't want to be a part of the fight. I've got many fights I fight every day. You know, Pete, where are you, Pete? Where'd you go?
Right here.
When I talk like you do on the air, I get hate mail and death threats.
Oh, I get it too. Constantly I get hate mail and death threats.
David Jones called me. David, where are you? David Jones called me on the Sunday morning of the convention and said, you got to get up here. This is going crazy. This is good stuff. And, you know, part of me wishes I had gone. But I'm also glad that I didn't, because when Peter Chinquette and Jan Staples approached me about what they were doing, I can honestly say, I can't talk to you about that because I wasn't there. But please don't do this. This is what I told Jan. Please don't do this. This is a bad idea. We've got a lot of young people, Eric and John Logan Jones, David, and Ashley, a lot of young people. I mean, most of the Republican Party is like me. We're old. Some of us are fat. We're tired. You know, let's be honest. We need some young blood here. And, you know, I said to Dr. Paul, when I had the opportunity a couple of times to interview him and talk with him, he's what, 76 years old? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know any 76-year-old since Ronald Reagan who has motivated young people like Dr. Paul has. I was 18 years old when Ronald Reagan was running for president. And I was so thrilled to vote for him. I couldn't wait to vote for him. I would have run through a brick wall for that man. And I know that that's how these young folks feel about Dr. Paul. And he is an honorable man. And frankly, it's disgraceful what the Republican establishment is trying to do here in Maine. On Monday morning, I looked at all the websites. I read, as you may imagine, a lot of newspapers. Every major newspaper in the country on their website had this story. How bad does that make us look? We do not have our eye on the ball with the Republican Party. The ball is not this Ron Paul, Mitt Romney schism. The ball is restoring America's future. That's the ball. And you know, I say this all the time at my station. If there's somebody else who can come take my job and do it better than I'm doing and make more money for the station, I will give up the seat. I don't have to do this. It's the same thing with the Republican establishment. If there is somebody that can come in and do this better and help us restore the state to the future it once had and restore this country, we got to step aside. Everybody's time ends at some point. And now it's time for people like Eric and David and Ashley and John and a whole host of other young people like my son Connor, who is 17 years old and cannot wait to get involved. So I'm with you all. I may not have supported Dr. Paul in the primary, but I am with you all. I am so disappointed. Peter Chinquette, who has been my longtime friend, my family went with him every single weekend when he ran for governor somewhere, all over the state. I'm disappointed he did this. I'm disappointed Jan did this. I've known her for I don't know how long. It's the wrong thing for Maine, it's the wrong thing for the party, and it's the wrong thing for the country. So I'm sorry.